Welcome to the Grow Rich podcast by Tech Help Canada, where we share the best online marketing and general business tips. Now for today's host.
This is an audio version of an article from our blog with AI-generated narration, powered by our AI assistant, HelperX bot. You can find the full written article on Tech Help Canada, including sources and visuals. For a while, the conversation around Google's AI overviews has boiled down to one simple takeaway: less traffic. That's not wrong. It's just incomplete. Clicks are getting harder to earn, but citations are becoming a real advantage. CTR study shows being cited correlates to higher CTR. Seer Interactive's latest CTR study makes the contrast between cited and non-cited hard to ignore. They analyzed 3,119 informational and educational queries across 42 client organizations from June 2024 to September 2025. 25.1 million organic impressions, 1.1 million paid. They also split the analysis two ways: whether an AI overview appeared and whether a brand was cited or mentioned inside that overview. At a high level, the AI overview's reduced clicks story is real. In the dataset, organic CTR on queries with AI overviews fell from 1.76% to 0.61%. Paid CTR on those same queries fell from 19.7% to 6.34%. But the study also points to a more actionable truth. When you're cited in an AI overview, you tend to do better than when you're not cited. In this dataset, cited brands saw 35% higher organic CTR and 91% higher paid CTR than brands that weren't cited. One important caveat is that this shows a strong relationship, not guaranteed cause and effect. Here are a few reasons that matter. The comparison is between queries where an AI overview appeared and you were cited versus queries where an AI overview appeared and you weren't. It isn't measuring clicks on the citation link specifically. Stronger brands may be more likely to be cited in the first place, and they may also earn more clicks due to rankings, familiarity, or better snippets. The query mix can skew results. The cited bucket may include queries where users are more likely to click for depth, or where the brand already has stronger visibility, which can raise CTR even within the lower-click AI overview environment. The best takeaway is this: being cited is associated with better performance in AI overview environments, and it may help you capture more of the remaining clips, but it doesn't guarantee a lift on its own. Seer's data also aligns with what many marketers are seeing day to day. Pew Research Center found users clicked a traditional result 8% of the time on visits with an AI summary, compared to 15% on visits without one. Clicking a link within the summary occurred in only 1% of visits. Do rankings still matter? Yes. The shift isn't that rankings don't matter, it's that the interface is pulling attention into the answer layer, and rankings don't translate to clicks like they used to. To make sense of this, it helps to separate two questions. What happens to clicks when an AI overview shows up? What happens when you're one of the sources the overview cites? You can maintain good rankings and still lose clicks, simply because the answer is being displayed higher on the page. Plenty of users will read the summary and move on. Still, being cited can tilt the distribution of the clicks that remain in your favor. What this does not mean. These findings don't mean citations guarantee traffic. It also doesn't mean every query behaves the same way. The dataset focused on informational and educational terms, which are the most vulnerable to AI overviews. It's also one dataset drawn from 42 client organizations, so results can vary by industry, SERP layout, and site type. Transactional intent, branded searches, and local queries can behave differently, and AI overview presence varies by topic and query format. It also doesn't mean these percentages are universal constants. The study is large, but it's still a defined sample across a specific client set and time window. Pew's analysis is similarly specific, based on observed behavior from a set of U.S. adults during a defined collection period. You can use both as directional signals, not guarantees. What it does mean is that as AI overviews expand, being the source becomes a measurable advantage, even in a lower click environment. Bottom line, AI overviews are pushing search toward a lower click environment, and citations look like one of the few levers that can still shift outcomes. That doesn't mean you should chase citations at all costs. It means citations are a useful signal that you're showing up in the answer layer, not just the rankings layer. In practice, that puts more weight on authoritative content that's easy to quote and verify. The AI Overviews environment may also affect ad performance, as the data suggests. Even though paid CTR is lower on queries that trigger AI Overviews, the dataset shows a cited versus not cited gap on paid results too. 7.89% versus 4.14% in Q3 2025. That suggests being cited is associated with capturing a larger share of the remaining ad clicks. As with organic, this is correlation, not proof of causation. That wraps up today's audio article. If you found this helpful, you can explore more on Tech Help Canada and subscribe or become a member for updates and perks.